100%. And with that 100%, I'll take it, reverse it, mash it into a fucking goo, and bring you guys into the goddamn Chittering Woods. Because it's Tuesday, and we're back. How do you feel? How's everyone feel?
Cheery? A little chittery.
Cheery?
Very scared.
Varys, you're back!
A warm welcome back to Varys. I didn't do much with you. You're just kind of in your hut, you know, doing your thing, relaxing, playing music. Really living it up while outside turmoil. Last we found our heroes, they all regrouped after Pip found a sniveling Percival Peevers in a red safari outfit, and Tom found one similarly, but dressed in green. After some deliberations, a battle ensued, and a huge gem-like creature seemed to attack them for what they hold. Some new cobalt crystals that the party has been acquiring from the various Percival Peevers. And after this battle of the party doing what they do and quickly dispatching of another beast, promptly, swiftly, elegantly, with Tom by their side, they find themselves in front of the body of this beast, with one green Percival Peevers crying out, holding the remains of his dear brother who got crunched before the end of the battle. We'll find our group deliberating on what they want to do next. Should they take this Peevers? Should they venture off into the forest to find what they seek? Or should they return home and forget the whole thing? I guess we'll see. My brother, look what you've done to him. Mangled. You'll pay, Woodman. You'll pay.
Just gonna give him a stern look. I honestly thought he was dead. A little disappointed in us.
Well, one is dead. My brother, you scoundrel. Talk about him so nonchalantly. Oh. And you see, like, he's weeping. Big globs of tears. They roll down his face. Quiet, you! And Tom kicks him. What should we do with this ruffian?
This is like one of the Percivals?
Yes. Red got taken out by the creature, the mailman, and you were left battered but still alive. Green.
I can bring him back.
You can? Orly, is this wise? Do we need both?
Well, the way I see it, if we do, they might be in our debt.
There's always the other side of things. The grass thinks that you always end the bloodline.
Oh. You'll pay, lizard, as well. You paid your price.
Not sure bloodshed's the way to go here.
A big glob still continue down his face.
Yeah, I'll kind of lift him up and then pin him against Tom's big chest.
Dunk, dunk. Ah! Sturdy as ever. Give him the works, Woodman.
We should keep him alive for now. That way you can give us some information.
I'll give you nothing.
Well, perhaps you'd prefer to end up like your brother.
Rather that than help you and betray my own. And just then, a loud, sounds like a hunting horn rings out, and goes and rings out, and Tom perks up and kind of like turns, and you don't like kind of like drop Green for a second, but hold him back up. Did you guys hear that, lads?
What is it?
Yeah.
The horn. It's him. My lord, Habanero Rose. Only he plays that melody. Yes, and I must go to him. Have my supplies? You look behind him. There's the pallet, the huge pallet, floating pallet, kind of like drifts towards him from the brush, slowly. Oh, there they are. Beautiful. I knew I wouldn't lose that.
Wait, Tom, where are you going?
It's him, my lord. He beckons me.
It must be a trick of the woods.
No, it isn't. It isn't. And it. Oh, that's not one of our sounds.
Am I
Just-
am I in the vicinity?
Yes. The huts were made. They were fighting near the huts, and it was basically impenetrable. So any damage was just kind of like whizzing by, and you're like hearing it.
Oh, okay, now. Hey, who's playing that sick melody?
The Lord Rose himself. He's immaculate. You guys will love him. His shining grace. Can you guys please decide what you want to do with me? Let me go. Let my brother go.
No.
Look at Orly. Orly, you looked like you wanted to res him.
I don't think that killing them all off. I mean, yes, they have some sort of plan for the woods, but I don't know. I feel like they can be reasoned with.
I don't.
I'm gonna turn to the, I guess, Green, and ask, look, I can bring your brother back, but we need more information on what you're doing to the woods and what you're trying to accomplish. If I bring him back, will you tell us?
And he's like really fighting with this, and his face is puzzled, but tears are steadily pouring down his face in almost in a natural way, and the trill goes off once more. Tom picks up his ears. He goes, I must go to him. Boys, watch my palate. No, he needs these things. And he just kind of takes off into the brush towards the trills.
Just waving goodbye. Regrets.
See you next time.
I know it's him. It's the Lord Rose. As he trails off in there.
All right, see you, dude.
There's no stopping that one.
No, but he'll be back.
Guess so. So wait, what's going on here? You trying to bring someone back? Orly.
If that is the will of fate. So, tell me, what do you think fate has in store for your brother?
Oh, Percival will be crossed. Percival will be crossed. Percival will be crossed with me. Bring my dear little brother back, please.
And so you'll speak with us afterwards.
Yes, you have a Percival promise.
And look to the others. Kind of like, yes, okay.
Man is only as good as his word. We will see.
Hmm. Very well.
And I'll cast Revivify.
You cast Revivify. Does the body need to be whole?
No.
Okay. You place a hand and cast Revivify, and the dirt kind of raises up, and the roots ensnare the body and kind of press it into the ground a little bit. He goes, what are you doing to my brother? Some more tears start streaming down his face.
The forest provides.
And the bramble starts to glow, and the vines wither away and drop. But as they're dropping down, the shape of Percival isn't there, the humanoid that you saw before. You see almost like a wet kind of like mass wiggling under what seems to be like a blanket or like a tarp, but eyes kind of are poking through the tarp, almost like it's a part of its skin. And cat ears jut out from under the tarp as well. And the creature wiggles and looks around at you guys. Percival, green, goes, What? What have you done? What have you done?
I have brought him back, as I said.
What have you done? And his tears start turning inky black as they run down his face as well, as you're holding him up, Pip. And it seems to pour out of the rest of his orifices as he's, What have you done? And comes out of his mouth and his ears and his eyes as you're holding him up. And green starts to shake. And the creature that you've just defeated wiggles and shakes as well.
Well, gotta be honest, this wasn't how I was expecting the spell to go. Doesn't generally tend to transform the bodies I bring back. It's the first time I've ever seen this happen from this spell.
Did you mess
Usually
it up somehow?
brings it right back. It doesn't really restore any body parts or anything, but it kind of just pops them right back up.
This is from the meddling with the woods.
Yeah,
Kind of curse. And I just like drop him on the ground.
He slumps next to the other creature as it looks at it and the body of the gemhide creature that you just defeated, as they both start to goop up. And the creature puts its tarp over the rest, and it starts to grow under the tarp. Hear the sloshing as the sticky mass kind of ooze down, and the tarp grows with it as it kind of gets serpentine-like and spreads.
Pip, do something.
Yes, kill it with fire.
Anything.
Orly,
Stinks.
can you help me? I'm going to hold up my staff and I'm going to prepare to cast a spell. We've seen this goop before.
It's
this
barking.
isn't new types of goop.
Nope, you've seen this goop before.
Okay.
Yeah, let me know what you want me to do.
Burn it with your white flame.
I'm gonna see if my staff has any, because my staff has had like direct effects on coming from the wood itself. It has had direct effects on like creatures of the wood. So I'm gonna see if that helps at all either.
Yeah, I know you rolled for your thing last combat.
Yeah.
So you couldn't do the full effect, but I'll absolutely let you interact. You can roll Arcana. or a nature, if you like, depending on what you want to do. Actually, what are you trying to do?
Well, this doesn't seem natural. Like the woods, Orly's perception of the woods, he doesn't seem to think that this is a natural phenomenon that the woods would kind of bring about. So he's trying to kind of use the natural forces of the woods to negate this irregularity.
Sure, yeah. Roll me an Arcana.
Alrighty. 15.
15. I'd say you tap into the staff, and the fireflies come back and glow around you. And some of them even kind of like dive bomb into the mass, but they kind of get disappear under the tarp. You cannot affect this creature, but you understand that it does have a true form, and it is changing it with that.
Okay. So I'm not sure what happened, but its natural form is morphing into something else. I
Yeah,
guess
drop a
maybe
moonbeam
confused.
on it.
Beautiful.
It seemed to work pretty well last time. So
Beautiful. Actually, as we're there and it's forming and you want to drop this moonbeam, I will ask to roll in it.
very early in it.
Right from the start.
Also, CJ, I do think we did have a rest because I only
Yeah,
had
beginning
one
of combat
slot used
before,
last session.
yeah.
Yeah, you did. You did. Especially you chilling in your hut. You definitely rested.
Good.
Do we have any chatters here right now? How's the BGM sound? Is it too loud? Is it too
Big
low?
gross men. Yeah, we're pretty
All
loud.
5 of us. How
We fill the Billy Grossman quota.
And if not, then that's fine. It's fine. I'll figure it out.
Do you have the monitoring turned on?
No, I've got like a new setup here where I'm just like playing Spotify music. So like I hear it because it's playing on Spotify, so I'm not like monitoring it through
Okay.
OBS because then it would be doubled up.
Yeah.
But I've adjusted it on OBS because I don't know, I'm trying to keep it between like 45 and 50. I don't want it to go
That's
too.
the sweet spot. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, give me those inits, baby.
Oh yeah. 5.
6.
14.
Oh.
14.
9.
Yes.
Oh no.
How much?
9.
9.
9.
Oh my god. You woody fucking bastard. You go first.
Yes.
All right. Let's do a 5th level moonbeam.
Oh my god. It's a con save.
Constitution 17.
With disadvantage if it's a shapeshifter, I think.
I believe so.
Is it disadvantage?
Disadvantage, yeah.
Ooh, baby. No, fuck this dice. Ooh. Oh. That's a fail.
Yes. So it immediately reverts to its original form.
You raise up your staff and crash it down, and the clouds part in the sky. Oh, well, the clouds envelop the sky, and a bright light shines from the clouds, and a moonbeam strikes the ooze like serpentine. And a big crater hits, and in it there are 3 creatures, all resembling the first creature that emerged from the revivify. One seems not to be moving, and the other 2 are kind of just like wiggling on the ground, but clearly, um, still stable, but hurt, but they're alive. They're kind of like looking at each other, and they wiggle every once in a while.
But what are they exactly again?
Basically, it's like a mass with almost like ooze in inside in the shape of like almost like a cat under.
Oh, how strange.
Yeah, and like when they blink, like the cloth or tarp over their face blinks too.
Okay. And so the moonbeam, like one of them just got insta-gib. Should I roll damage or?
Yeah, roll damage. Roll damage.
That is 30 radiant damage.
Okay. Yeah. So the one is down, and one is pretty hurt, and the other looks still pretty good. Actually, no, the 2 others are pretty hurt. They're like lying there looking at each other, almost like kind of stunned. And you guys see this in the crater.
Yeah. So as I'm just like holding this down and like taking a look at them, can I do like a nature check just to see if I even know what these things are?
Yeah, absolutely. Nature or history?
Or history. That's probably not a good thing to use. Even my nature is trash. But I rolled an 18, so that's pretty good. I have 0 bonus to my nature.
Dirt boy.
It's intelligence for some reason.
Never seen one of these, but you do remember Master Boneman talking about a creature that he dubbed the Samesies, that can change shape and kind of mimic people that they see or creatures that they see. They tend to defend themselves by trying to scare people off by changing forms.
Okay. All right. That'll be my turn.
Yeah. Next would be Regrets.
Let me get this straight. This creature is red. Is what was red.
That's what it seems to be.
Where's green?
You could assume that it's one of the other creatures in the beam.
I don't have anything that can really help. I'm going to cast Guidance on Orly. I think McGrath just is a little bit confused, a little bit like, are all of the Percivals these shapeshifters? Is that why there's so many? I think he's just like caught in a moment of thinking and is like, oh, should we kill these? Should we not? Is it too late? And so cast the spell to hopefully guide Orly for a second. And I'd like to also roll a history roll, if I may, with the rest of my turn, to just basically try and kind of like think like, where would I have heard of this kind of shapeshifter before? In the courts, the distant past. Well, I rolled like shit. I got a 3 on the die for a grand total of 7.
Yeah, you have not heard of these creatures before. They're almost like a marvel to you. Like
Hmm.
the court would have loved something like this.
Mm-hmm. It's exotic. Okay. Yeah, and my guidance is just like a flick a tarot card over to you, Orly, and almost like a what is it in like anime and stuff when you get like it almost like folds into a bit of a talisman and like attaches to your back, so you get the guidance that way.
Sweet. Next would be Orly.
All right.
They're like
So
still like shaken from the moonbeam in the crater.
So I had been listening in on the thoughts of Red before, and kind of trying to puzzle through the different meaning, like kind of, I guess, motivations of Percival Peepers and what they've been doing in the forests and everything. I was wondering if I could potentially roll an insight, potentially glean any kind of revelation that might have occurred from seeing that, like, both Percivals that I just saw became these shapeshifters. So, like, is the original Percival kind of employing them somehow or using them to further his own ends, or are they completely like unrelated to the main Percival? But they seem to all kind of have an idea of each other because they're talking about like my brothers and everything like that,
Mm-hmm.
saying brothers come help me. So it feels like all the different colors of Percivals are these different shapeshifters, and they've taken the form of somebody they have an idea of that has some sort of authority in the woods.
Mm. Yeah, give me that insight. Give me that roll.
All right. That's pretty fucking. Because I rolled two, right? I got a 5, but then I got a 19. So plus my insight, that's 28.
You still get like residual thoughts from the creature. Well, you get from both of them actually. I'm gonna say it kind of like extends as they're both near each other, and it's massive amounts of confusion. They're like, "How did we get here? What did we do? Brother, are you okay?" And then they're starting to remember. Um, they're like, "How long were you out? We took that form for so long. Are you okay? We haven't been home. Is our families okay?" And it's just rambling and piecing together things. So that second assumption was absolutely correct. They seem to be taking shapes of authority in the wood to scare off or fend off other people. But it seems that these have forgotten what they were doing in these forms.
Okay. So I'll share that with everyone else. Kind of say, um, getting these bits and pieces still from their minds, their thoughts. It seems that they are confused. Potentially, they've forgotten what they were up to, but they seem to have taken this form as a scare tactic, and it's it's like they don't remember why, but they're concerned for their family and what's happening in the woods. But I'm not sure if they've taken the form at the behest of the original Percival, or if they've just seen that he is a figure of authority and are using his visage uh, to ward off any potential dangers to themselves and their kin. So I'm not sure, but it seems like they're more concerned for their families than anything else right now, and themselves. Oh, their brothers, which they are.
Dang. How'd you get all that?
I mean, magic?
Well, obviously, what kind of magic? I want to know stuff like that. I don't. I
Oh,
wouldn't
well,
have to investigate or pry for information. I gotta.
I've been provided a spell from the well fate that allows me to delve into the thoughts of certain creatures.
Lady Fate at it again. All right. Well, I guess maybe we shouldn't hit them right away.
Well,
This does take me by surprise. I've heard of these creatures before, though I've never seen them.
we might be able to get them on maybe not on our side, but uh, keep them kind of content and see that we pose no danger to them, and we're trying to help.
And they're still like unmoving in the crater, just kind of looking at each other and looking at the one that's slumped, unmoving.
But I mean that's because it's still technically in it, I guess. So like, I guess that'll be my turn. I don't want to take up too much.
Next would be Varys.
I'm just confused if they rolled low or if they already went in secret or if they didn't roll at all.
Very low. Very low.
Shit.
We have no way of knowing this. So what do you mean?
Can I? Does it look like I can like peek under the blanket of skin?
You go and hop down and you approach them, and they will look at you too, and kind of crawl like away, and you kind of hear like whispers like near you, but not like coming from them a little bit. It's a little off-putting, but you kind of get used to it. They go, "We feel lost. Don't hurt us more, please."
God, hey, listen, we've all been lost. You're basically talking to a group of lost boys. We all kind of found each other at different points, but we've all been lost. We've all forgotten things. We all miss home and our families, and even when we're there, we know we can't stay because there's more things happening out here. Being lost seems to be the kind of price to pay to be here. So it's okay to be lost.
And they both wiggle under the cloth. They go, "We remember taking those forms and then darkness."
Look, kind of sounds like maybe someone pulled the wool or skin tarp over your eyes. Maybe we can piece things together, and we can understand what happened, and we can get you back on the right path, and we can make them pay.
When you say together, they kind of like link like hands. They're like, "Together." Yes.
Yeah. Just, yeah. Whatever's cool for you. Just let us help you. Okay?
Help. Yes. They kind of stand up next to each other and look at their fallen brother. They kind of like, they both sit over him and they grow a little taller, and then they follow you. The body disappears.
Yeah, just come here. Help me. I don't know what else to say. Help. Yeah, come. Let's all group up together.
And you see like they kind of like shimmy up. You don't see hands, but they kind of like move like they have hands under the tarp. Like, "Hello. Sorry for our appearance."
God. Nothing to apologize for. You're beautiful.
They kind of like go next to each other.
Can you tell us more about what happened?
They kneel down. "We were doing patrols, and we saw them, these new forms, powerful, emanating something like the forest itself. We thought we could protect our own with their shapes, but their thoughts, their shape, their energy, it was too much. We lost ourselves. Our fair leader told us that could happen and not to stray too far.
Pip, does this sound like the creatures that you've seen before? Like them?
I've never seen them before. My master had spoken of creatures called samesies. Is that what you are?
Yes, yes. And it like bends in this nasty way where like it stays straight and kind of like.
I'm just kind of like taking like a weird look. I'm not really. I don't want. Pip doesn't want to get too close. Can I? Do I feel any nether coming off of them?
No, you don't feel any evil or malice. Just feels like another creature of the wood, an odd one, but a creature nevertheless.
Okay. So I'll just kind of like cautiously. Well, are we still in it?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'll just cautiously and maybe like a little rudely just like poke one of them on the forehead with my staff. And I'd like
it kind
to.
of like sinks in.
Yeah, it sinks in. I think like maybe even a little bit of their goop kind of like gets like sucked up by the vines, and as it kind of like reaches my hand, I'm gonna try and wild shape into one of them.
Oh yeah, give me an Arcana for it being your first time.
18.
Oh yeah, you're able to turn into them. I can send you that. I'll send you that momentarily, and they go, brother, and they kind of like wrap around you.
Oh no!
But as you take their form, you can feel in you the almost urge and want to copy the appearances of other creatures.
Okay. I'm like trying to push these things off of me.
Oh no, they're stuck to you.
Yeah,
You're a new brother.
And so I'm like looking around, and I'm maybe like looking towards Varys and Orly and Regraz. But I'm also thinking of my master in this moment. Does it feel like I can? I don't know how to do this. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this. Okay, there's like a whole actual stat block here. But essentially, I just want to like sort of accidentally transform into one of them that's around me.
Like one of your companions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one?
Which one? I'll roll a d4. Or,
So at this point, Orly's full on, like right up close to them, like almost kind of like Onizuka crouch by them, just like looking at them.
Varys.
Like we managed to nick the crystal off the Percival. It looked important.
Oh, there's 2 Varyses now.
Do I just transform into Varys?
You transform into Varys, and you feel also like his overwhelming like need to be nice and to help people as you take his shape, and you almost feel like a connection to the staff that he's holding as well.
Varys has a staff?
I think.
Oh, not bears.
Orly.
Oh, you said
Oh,
I'm like,
I'm like,
nice.
isn't he also like really greedy?
Sorry.
Like,
I was like, whoa.
I don't know why.
Wow,
Interesting.
that's so nice.
He's got a
I don't know
whole-
why I heard two Orleys. No, complete opposite. You're about money, baby. The overwhelming need for grubby consumes you. You want commerce, money, that sweet cheese. You
this is a pretty
can
good
feel
ability you have there.
the static and electricity that's kind of coursing around him as well.
I'm like, that's pretty familiar, at least.
Yeah,
Um,
and maybe a little closeness to Ori.
I'm just like standing there.
Whoa. Nice job, dude. Looking pretty snazzy.
It's not too bad.
Huh? Wait, are you? What? Can you? Wait. Do you feel the pull towards
Yeah.
stealing the value from goods from the the means of production?
How did you know?
I feel it too.
I've never felt this sensation before.
I
It feels slimy.
We could, brother, we could take you to where we last remember seeing the Percivals.
Yeah, Percival, right? Percival. Yeah. They got stuff, right?
Many things, brother. Yes,
Well, that seems like pretty good.
especially there on the outskirts of our exhibition.
Well, can you take us to them?
They look at each other. Yes, we remember.
Well, lead the way.
Right away, and they shrink down and turn into those two-headed birds that you saw before when Regraz and Varys were playing music. They and start walking into the bush.
Oh wait, can you still speak when you're in those forms? Shit. Well, because I was kind of gonna ask, like, we should probably find out how many of their brothers took on the form Percival, right? Like, there's two here, but how many more are there?
Could be all of them. There could be maybe only one real Percival that's not named for a color.
No, but that's it. So, what? That's what I want to try and kind of find out. How many Percivals are there?
That's a pretty good question.
One transfers back and goes, "Lead the way, brother. Scout for us. Make sure the way is safe. Lest that other band finds us." And it goes away.
So hey, little one. I don't know if you heard what I just asked or you understood, but how many of you are there that
Of us.
transformed into Percival?
I think only one other of my brothers transformed into a Percival. There were
A
four
young
of
one,
us
maybe?
together, and sadly, one has passed. I do not hold the death of one of our brothers against you guys. You did what you had to and freed us.
So, the rest of your kin and your leader were they aware of what you were doing?
I think not. We strayed too far.
So then, who's this other band you're talking about?
Oh, the bad samesies. The ones who fight with our band.
Holy shit, this just got complicated.
they trample through with their armor. But it's been so long, maybe the conflict's over. I don't know.
What form do they take?
Terrible, terrible. Some are bugbears, gross, gleaming in armor, and others are terrible lion men, always trying to bully us, get one up on us.
Is there one that you know to be in charge of the other band?
Oh, yes, he's terrible, terrible, but I've never seen him, never come across him, no.
Do they speak of him?
They do. They do.
How do they refer to him as?
The leader Rose.
You fucking
Yeah. Ah,
Hey, isn't
Well-
that the theme that Tom keeps saying?
yeah.
That's funny.
I think this might have
Right,
gotten very complicated.
But how do
And
you
a
not know that
terrible,
they're not just
terrible-
bugbears?
What do you mean?
Well, have you seen them do this? Change into other things?
Well, we get this feeling when we're near one of our own kin. Yeah, you shudder too when you shudder. Yeah.
God. Wait, stop it. Pip, you might want to turn back.
Oh, I don't know. What are you gonna give me for me to do it?
Oh, fuck. Yeah. You know what? I'll give you whatever you want, man. It just feels good to trade.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure I got something on me here.
Yeah, me too.
Do I have like my own belongings, or do I have like whatever he has on him?
You have your own
I
belongings.
don't even know what I have on.
Many
I got a couple
layers of
bones. You
fur.
want a pinky bone?
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. You
I'll
give me
give
some
you-
gold.
Oh,
The-
of course I can give you some gold.
Oh, the bone economy. Going well.
You know of it?
Yes.
We
We
need to
trade
talk,
bones.
man. Your people have such an opportunity. You can trade. You could change into someone like a tradesman and have their skills and then use that to make money. And then your whole entire crew can individually change into different people who have different skills and then use those skills to make money.
Well, it seems our ability to mimic their abilities rely on our own skill.
Oh. Well, I could teach you
You can?
how to make gold. Yeah.
I think he
listening.
means more the ability to change into other forms.
Yes, and retain their skills. You can?
Oh. Never mind. I'm bored now. Hey, do you have that thing on your back? I've never actually gotten to see it. Could you just turn around? Other me?
What? Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, someone should look at that. Not me, though.
We have great healers where we come from, but we shall take you to the spot where we last remember. Yes. Brother, and he like stops, listens, and his brother comes back out of the brush, and then takes you another way. You go left.
I flip you 2 gold, Pip. All right, come on. Change back. You keep vibrating.
Okay.
Keep shuddering.
Name another one.
No.
Fine. Oh, that was
Flipping
horrible.
the bones that you gave me. Nice hefty weight to them. Thanks,
Quite
Pip.
dense. Be careful with it.
Don't
Yes. Our leader told us, should you get captured by this leader Rose and his partner Lipton, it won't be good for you.
Whatever.
So you're saying that this Rose and this Lipton are both samesies like yourselves?
Yes. We often mimic things we've seen. If we
Wait, who's
feel
Lipton?
his second in command,
Oh.
or his partner, they're not really sure.
Did Tom ever talk about Lipton? I
I
don't know.
don't believe so. But we should ask Tom the next time we see him.
What if he's a samesies?
Question: how much do I remember of my nautical travels with Tom?
You do not remember coming in with Tom, but he did tell you. But you don't have any memories of it.
Okay, so I don't have any memories of it. He told me that we traveled together on a ship. Did he tell me that it was from outside the forest?
Yes.
Specifically, like we came into the forest, or we came here from X place?
Yeah.
Well, it seems that I traveled here with Tom, from what he was telling me. And so him and his cohort definitely exist outside the forest. So what they're saying is they might have seen this band of bugbears and Lord Rose's retinue, and taking their form because of how impressive they look, potentially. But well, I mean, at least Tom and his squad definitely come from outside the woods, and I don't think you guys have ever ventured outside the woods, have you? I'm gonna like confirm that with these samesies.
And the one formerly green goes, never left.
So I think they're just mimicking what they've seen. So they kind of use these powerful figures as a defense mechanism.
Still pretty creepy.
But we do remember some of the things the Percivals remember. It's been so long. I do fear what we've learned, that we live in this safari. Are we nothing but a showcase for something bigger? No, I don't know.
Well, we're definitely being observed by greater powers. I can tell you that much.
Yes. Yes. The executives. And you see, like, he hurts his, like, feels pain in his head momentarily. The executives of exhibition. Yes. Yes. No.
And, no, go for it.
No, we must return home after we bring you to the place.
Understandable.
Thank you. Is there anything else you wish to ask? As his brother pops back up, and you could hear the faint trill of the hunting horn in the background.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of curious why you're fighting with this other band of samesies.
Don't know. They just seem to attack us.
For
Maybe.
no reason?
Something happened akin to us. We couldn't quite remember. Changed, corrupted. Oh, this wood is a terrible place.
Have you found areas of corruption of the wood? nearby?
Just, I'm not sure if we could call it that, but our elder said don't stray too far from the town, or the village. Oh, and the bird comes back. Oh, almost there. And as you're getting closer, Regraz, you feel the water droplets kind of forming around your necklace under your clothes, and Pip as well. The necklace that you took from Green starts. Yours isn't moisture actually as you hold it. Roots seem to encase your crystal and grow over it.
Do I see the roots around his crystal?
Yes. Well, if he's holding it out.
I think I probably hold it a little bit closer to Pipith, because I'm feeling the kind of like magic flow, and I'm like,
Pipith, do you see this magic? It has been elusive.
and I show you the magic kind of like gathering around this crystal. My focus.
Yes, it seems to be reacting in some way. I'll hold it out next to it.
And as they get closer, the water from your crystal grass joins up with the roots of Pip's, and they grow into an arrow, a rooty arrow that seems to point in the direction that you're walking. And Green, or formerly Green, goes, shudders, goes, yes, I remember using them that way to guide to the other crystals. Yes.
Yeah, I think I share a look with Pipith. Finally getting a piece of the puzzle, I think, of like tapping into the nature magic allows you to navigate with the nature around us. I think we were before we were kind of against the crystals that they had, but now seeing how the magic is interacting, I think Regras looks reassured and basically follows the arrow.
Beautiful. And you follow the two Samesies brothers until you get to a cave, a long, dark cave, but at the end of it, you can see like a glimmer, a slight blue glimmer at the end. And the arrow points directly into it. And he goes, through there, it will take you to where we saw him.
Well, shall we? And you, Green, you will come with us.
Remember my name now. It's Atel. And my brother, Reese.
Tell Reese.
Thank you.
Can I do a perception check to see like what we're like walking into here?
Yep. Show me potato salad.
Alrighty. 25.
You peer, and that familiar glow goes around your eyes, and you can see all the way down to the cave, and it's empty except for another large heaping chunk of blue cobalt crystal.
And the cobalt crystal is the stuff that the necklaces were made of?
And similar to the one that you saw in the sarcophagus as well the first time, but this one isn't cracked.
Okay. All right. So I don't see anything around, but you know that like gem that we saw in the sarcophagus that kind of had a bunch of hands come out and try and pull Tom into it? There's like a big chunk of the same material in the cave over there. It's also the kind of same material as what's in like on those like pendants that you guys have.
Let's go see it up close.
Yeah, just watch out for, I guess, spectral hands.
Yeah, I'll take the dodge action and do it.
And the other brother comes back, and they both switch back into samesies. And they go, "Thank you all. What are your names again? So we should tell our chief what you've done here today."
I'm Orly.
Orly,
Pip.
Pip. So they're like both like, and all of you guys waiting. Oh, that one is mute.
Yes. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Nice to meet you. And you, lizard folk?
Regrets.
Regrets. We shall remember you forever. And they kind of slink off.
Be safe. Like, don't fight other samesies.
We wouldn't dare. They both turn into the two-headed birds and take off.
Oh wait, maybe you should find your brother and like tell him to stop being personal fever. Shit, they're gone.
I have a feeling that is going to be our job.
Yeah.
Just when I thought we had found them.
So, I think it might be safe to say there is just one personal Peevers.
Yes, good news for you, Pipith. Only one you have to beat up now.
But there's personal Peevers and these beings called executives too.
One thing at a time, Orly.
I don't know if they're like a team or something, you know?
Yeah, don't forget about Ori too, Pip.
I'm right here.
Oh, Ori.
Oh,
I have not forgotten
yeah.
about Ori, Varus.
You have forgotten about Ori. That's the whole problem. We don't have to get into it.
And you guys start making your way into the cave. And as you make a few steps in, you actually hear yelling from behind you. And
Recognizable?
extremely recognizable. Lads, wait up! Oh, you move so fast, so elegantly. You shall explore without your main man, Tom Castellan.
All right,
Yeah.
fucking gut reaction, just like point at him and yell to Pipith.
Moonbeam him.
Alright, well, I mean, you could also just turn into a samesies and see if you shudder.
I could.
Whichever you feel is better, I guess.
He
This is
comes
part
in.
of the course of Tom, though. He's always disappearing and then coming right back. We have no reason to doubt him.
Well, no, but he just walked into a procession that could have been Lord Rose or the same Z as Lord Rose, and he could have been kidnapped and taken form of.
Also, you just turned into Varus.
Right. Well, if anyone can take a moonbeam, it's Tom.
My friends, boys.
I cast moonbeam.
Oh God, that's so funny. Yeah, hold on.
Wait. What are we holding on?
Hold on.
Oh, the save. Okay.
Does he have his palette?
Is he rolling with disadvantage, perhaps?
We don't know.
He's like
Listen
looking for
for two
Tom's
dice.
sheet.
Why did my internet decide to go so slow at this very moment?
Constitution 17, which he's probably got really high constitution.
Yep.
I imagine.
If it's Tom.
If it's Tom, what does he have to be?
Constitution 17.
Yeah, that's a 25.
But if he's a shape changer, it would be a disadvantage.
I rolled two. I rolled.
You rolled
Spoilers! Oh.
Get him!
Again!
Or did I?
You guys be suspicious of everybody now.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, what's
so
happening?
What happens if he succeeds?
He
It
takes
just
half
takes
damage.
half damage
Half damage, yeah.
and no effects. Does it go away? Or you could still do.
Yeah, I guess it's technically just beaming down on him. It also,
But do the effects still happen, like the shapeshifter thing, even if you fail because they got hit with it?
only when it makes the saving throw. So I guess every time it makes the saving throw. Use an
That's
action to move the beam. Creature enters the spell for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there and engulfed in the ghostly flame. Yeah, so it has to remake the save essentially, like normal. But it's half damage, so he doesn't transform potentially this round, but maybe another round.
Maybe, I don't know.
How long does he stand in it for?
How much damage was it?
It's only going to be 3 damage, 3
Three?
radiant damage. Yeah.
Okay. You hit him, and riding Schmoopsy as well. Oh, god damn it!
It smooths me.
No, yeah, Shoopsy's got to roll too.
Oh, what's that to be?
Constitution 17.
17. What is Schmoopsies actually? Hold on. We're getting real technical here today. You know.
Let's unravel this fucking yarn.
Why do you guys hate Tom so much?
I mean, the shapeshifter.
Yeah, you
This guy's
introduced
now-
shapeshifters now, and these
Oh, that-
shapeshifters took the form of Lord Abney Rose and his whole like company. So
That's 16. So it fails.
It fails.
So Schmoops takes full damage, but does transform into a samey. So Tom riding on top of the samey, and Tom shudders. It's like, oh,
This whole time. Rat's just freaking out.
Roll in it unless you guys want to try and run.
well, I mean, I kind of want to try and talk to this samesies, but like,
Yeah.
Oh, you could. Yeah,
Run?
you could.
Okay, don't
Oh, you-
sauce
well,
up Tom
Yeah,
that hard,
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
I will say roll in it because you did hit him,
Okay.
and with the moonbeam.
17.
Very nice.
11.
Hold on.
I got a 9.
17.
17.
Oh
Right.
shit! I think you definitely go first, though. I only have a +1.
Pip, what'd you get?
A 9.
9. Okay.
Let's put the hell music in here.
feel like CJ's frozen. Oh no, he just wasn't moving for a real long time.
Very still. Turned into a tree.
I'm doing this in front over my dice so that they
Wow,
stop rolling
this
low.
man's trying to
Trying to
bless
find
his
which
dice
one.
right before the roll.
Cast spells in real life.
Oh baby. First, unfortunately,
Yeah.
is going to be Tom. And what it's actually going to do is it's going to take out like out of its side, like it's gonna like reach into its armor and take out this take out a mace that's kind of like liquidy, and it's gonna kind of
at the start of his turn, though, you do have to make the Constitution save.
ooh, because it didn't move yet.
Did not move.
Start of his turn. Okay. Tom has absurd constitution. That's a nat 20.
Jesus.
Disadvantage,
Advantage,
okay?
Ah!
Now we know.
Oh, wait, okay, well, that was nat 20 again, but I feel kind of I felt kind of cheap. I
No, it's okay.
Just
Okay.
picked it up and
Get
dropped
the nat
it.
20s
No,
out
I
of the
picked
way.
it up
That's
and
good.
threw it, but it spun perfectly. Yeah, that felt cheap.
Okay, it's okay.
Well, okay, you know what? Then roll the dice. That's a 22. That's a 20 as well. Yeah, so it survives. It doesn't
Half
shapeshift
damage.
back, but it takes half damage.
Yeah, so that's 7 radiant damage. That's already halved.
Also, a mace doesn't have
Sorry,
a detached head.
a flail. Sorry, I meant to say his flail. Because it was a mace at first. So yeah.
Yeah, no, you switched it up.
Yeah. He takes his flail and starts like swinging it, and then a glob from it is going to fly out at you, Pip. Does a 17 hit?
Ooh, it does.
Ooh. So that is 8, 16 plus 5. So that's 21 necrotic damage.
Necrotic, okay.
And then what it's going to do is it's going to kind of like reach down at the samesies under him and going to try start to kind of like absorb them, and they're gonna start combining.
Fuse.
A lot of great noises.
And
This session.
he's gonna move as he grabs its brother like 30 feet. Oh wait, actually, top 30 feet. Is gonna move like 30 feet towards you guys. I would say he was like 60 feet away. We're 50 feet away.
An immediate moonbeam. As he's coming.
Yeah, it was pretty far. You guys acted very quickly. Yeah, so he'll move up 30 feet, so he's about 20 feet away from you guys. And yeah, next would be either Orly or Regress. So probably Regress.
Yeah.
Hi, Dex. Okay, well, this time I think I know what to do. Lemon's tiny hut. No.
1 minute. Baby.
Just wait for me for a whole minute. Oh, this also takes a minute to cast. Oh. Well, I was going to make a structure, but it takes a whole minute, so that we can't do that. I'm going to do spray of cards. So in a stays 20 feet from us, so I'll advance a little bit, and the 15-foot cone. Oh, but the other one, are they together when they advance?
It absorbed the other one, so it's only it's just
the
Tom.
one. Yeah, so So as they're fusing together, I try and like hit the whole of this creature in the 15-foot cone. It's got to make a dex save, and otherwise it'll take half damage.
Dex save, +3 on saves.
DC 16.
That's 21.
Perfect. So half damage only, which is fine. So that's going to be 2d10.
Damn. That's really good. Pep.
That's 9. Great. And 7, 16. So 8 damage. 8 force damage.
Oh, fucking sweet. Okay, nice. You spray, he kind of shields up and blocks it. Blocks it a little bit, but you can see it like ripping through some places, and where it rips in the fur, like cloth kind of falls out and morphs back.
Then I'm going to bonus action hide as I jump behind like Pipith. Just like do a roll into like a shadow behind Pipith, and basically just like you hear Regret shout,
I hope he hasn't always been a same season. This is gonna be awkward.
Next would be Orly.
This entire time.
I still want to try and talk to him. So he's gonna like, wait, why do we have to fight? Why must you like? We just wanted to see if you were Tom or a samesies, but you're a samesies, and look, why do you feel like you need to attack us?
Now that you've attacked and provoked me so foolishly, you will now have been commandeered for the Lord Leader Rose.
I mean, you don't need to have us to take our forms, do you?
No, we shall have you and your things, and we'll study you and become even more gorgeous. Especially you, gorgeous one. We're going to have you.
They really like you, Pipith.
Pointing at you.
Okay. Look, yeah, sorry for our suspicion. We just, yeah, taking shapes of something and then kind of lying to the people that know them. It's kind of shady stuff, you know?
You're just salty for being lulled into a false sense of security.
Well,
How
yeah.
foolish! And now I shall commandeer you for the Lord Leader Rose.
Okay. Well, don't think too badly of us then. I'm gonna cast Bane on him.
Okay, good.
So it's a charisma saving throw.
Ooh, charisma save. Freaking Tom? What a great character. This shit's crazy. +10.
He's a paladin. He's got a bunch of pluses.
27.
Jesus. But yeah, he beats it. Never mind.
Yeah. A tickle!
Oh, well, that didn't go as well as I thought.
I'm the mightiest, one of the mightiest warriors the Lord Leader Rose has. And you shall feel the thrashing of my flails.
So are you Lipton then?
What? Lipton? Bring up that Lipton around me. I'm better than Lipton. Lipton.
So he's different. I guess that'll be my turn.
Yeah, next.
I'll just try and be like 30 feet from all my companions. Just to mention that.
Beautiful. Next would be Varys.
Oh god. I'm gonna like slink away at 30 feet. So like, just slowly backwards over 6 seconds. As I take my drum out. And I'm just gonna make some like swiping motions over it and then some like tapping with my fingers. And then I'll swipe all of that kind of low built up energy around my drum and I'll cast Fairy Fire on. Hopefully, I can just get Tom and the other same Z.
They've like merged together.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Let's just try and get Tom then.
beautiful.
Is there a way in that? What is it? Is it 60 feet range? 20-foot cube. So yeah, if I can maybe put him on a corner of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have to roll anything for Fairy Fire?
Yeah, deck save, DC 15.
Ooh, that is 19.
So the ground around him glows with little lightning, but no effect. And I'll turn to Pip and I'll say, "Hey, man, you're really. I mean, you were really capable a few minutes ago, and I when you were me, and I know that you can draw in like from that and be an even better Pip in this moment." And that'll be your bardic inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
D10.
Thank you.
And that'll be me.
Next is Pip.
Well, but to me, I can be. I'm like still fucking cut up and wounded from the last battle. Not looking too good, if I'm being honest. I bet to me, you say. Hold on to my staff, build up energy, and I'm going to begin casting a spell on myself. My furs begin to kind of like, my back begins to like gonflate. My whole form begins to change. And I'm going to cast polymorph on myself.
Oh, damn.
And I'm going to turn into a dire bear.
Oh, freaking grow hairy, little growl, like rings out in the cave behind you as you size up this Tom.
Yeah. So that's the action. I don't believe I can really do much else. He's still 20 feet away from us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then just as in the bear form, kind of like charge towards him and kind of like stand up on the hind legs and go like, and sort of just like impose over him. But I don't have any other actions I can do. So that is my turn.
And he just, the Tom Samesy just smirks at you. Goes, oh, dirty boy. Oh, I'll put you in the dirt once and for all. And you see, like the other Samesy that he absorbed, kind of like bubbles up, almost like the venom symbiote, and Tom will grow a little bigger, and like his fists will grow, his forearms will grow kind of like a little massive, almost like Popeye-ish. And it is going to kind of like roll its shoulders as it takes this newer, bigger, more distorted version of Tom. And it's going to wind up a punch at you. Does 23 hit?
That hits.
So that's 15 bludgeoning and 6 necrotic.
Okay.
As it slams a fist into you. And it's going to actually rush past you, giving you an attack of opportunity if you like, and head towards the rest of the group. Are you guys kind of spread out right now? All together?
I think we were fairly close, but I was hiding where Pipith used to be.
Did. Like, we were walking towards the cave. Before we got into the cave, Tom came towards us. So I'm assuming we're kind of still loosely together.
Yeah,
moved around.
That Barris did back off, you said, by 30 feet. Oh.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So he's gonna rush past you, Pip, so you can
Yeah.
take your attack.
So that's a 27 to hit.
That hits. Absolutely hits.
And I'm swiping at him with my claw. Okay, that's 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay. He's still up, still kicking. As you slash, and it kind of melts away and then reforms as it takes these long strides and locks onto Orly holding the other staff, and is going to take another punch at you. So it does a 25 hit.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's going to be 13 bludgeoning and 6 necrotic.
Okay.
But it's going to end his turn there. And next would be either Orly or Regress, depending on what you guys want to do.
So I'm hiding. Yeah, I don't really know what I want to do.
A little bit of a sticky wicket. Pardon?
I'll do another spray cards. I'll blast him.
A blast!
I blast him. All right, so dex save DC 16.
Dex save DC 16. Oh, that's a fail. That is absolutely a fail. Kind of stumbles after hitting Orly. Kind of tries to turn to react to you spraying the cards, and you get him.
Beautiful.
Blast.
But this time I cast it at the 3rd level, so I get 1 extra d10 for a total of 19 force damage. And then I will bonus action hide again.
Beautiful. What'd you get for your hide?
Which means, wow, rolled 2 5s. So my stealth is only a 16.
16, so I'm gonna roll. Kind of clocks you to see if he can keep track of you after you hit him with those cards. Let's do perception. No, that's a 9. So you disappear, camo gone to everyone after this beautiful spray of cards that kind of sticks him in the side and stays there. He kind of has to like pick them out and throw them to the ground. Seems to be morphing more slowly now. Next will be Orly.
All right. Well, I see that thing. Tried to kind of slow him down with certain things, but it didn't work. Tried reasoning with him, didn't work. So I'm just gonna guiding bolt him. At a little 4th level guiding bolt. So that's a 26 to hit.
That hits. That hits.
I don't know. Tom has some freaking crazy ACs. I don't know if. All right. 32 points of radiant damage.
Oh my god. You hit him after he gets hit with these cards and is like distracting, pulling them out, and you for perfect beams through him. And this Tom Samesy slumps over.
Is he like, because he morphed into the other one, right? Like they kind of like absorbed into each other.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean they're both down, or is it like one like half is still moving and the other one's not?
It slumps over and loses its form, and the shape of the original Samesy with the kind of tarp-like skin and the ears takes form. But it does still seem to be up, and
Okay.
it is trying to do something. It's wiggling together.
I'm gonna quickly look around to the rest of the party. Does anyone look like hurt? Really hurt? No. Okay. So
Not
I'll
currently.
save it for now. I'll still just kind of keep within 30 feet of everybody. So I'll move around if need be, but I'll try and keep within that 30 feet. As long as I don't move away from his, I guess, range either.
Beautiful. You're able to maneuver and position yourself. Next would be Varys. And this thing is like barely up. It's just kind of like wiggling a bit, but it is still up.
Can I roll insight or perception? Because I want to do the same thing I did last time. I go up and like talk to it lowly and try and get it on our side. But if I get the sense that that's a terrible idea, obviously I won't do it. But I know you said he's gearing up to do something, but you know, I guess I want to get a little
Okay.
taste what that might.
Okay. Okay.
If I'm allowed insight.
Yep. Absolutely.
23.
You get the feeling like that like every fiber of this creature's being wants to try and escape, almost like when you're out in hunting parties and going with like your tribesmen. You'll get that like tingle at the back of your neck when things are sort of afraid or trying to flee from you guys, your hunting party. It's almost like static builds up in the back of your neck. And you're definitely feeling that now.
Can I get within 30 feet of it with 30 feet of movement?
Yeah, it was like 20 feet away. I'm not sure how far you backed up.
Because I backed up 30 feet.
Okay,
It's
so
back to 30 feet, but it came towards us, like, because it just punched me, right?
yeah,
Okay.
So it's within 5 feet of me, so you're within 30 feet of it, technically.
yeah.
I'll get a little bit closer. I'll be like, hey, we've had this talk before. Don't you remember? Last time I spoke to you when you were in this form. And I'm going to try and cast Modify Memory. And put the memory of, like, what happened with the other Samesies into its mind.
Oh my god. Do you have to roll anything? You just
I think.
So I believe it should be in the freaking wisdom saving throw.
it doesn't have Tom's ungodly stats anymore. So.
DC 15.
Oh my god, that's a nat 20.
Oh,
Jesus.
silvery bars.
Oh!
No, you sly bastard. That's a 6.
There we go.
It goes, no, we didn't. I came to ambush you and take you back from my leader. Yeah, I remember that.
You and your brother.
Yeah, my brother.
Both let us here.
Yeah, we're running or showing you a Yeah. Makes
So
sense, yeah.
it's a little more complex. If it takes damage before I'm done, like modifying its memory, it won't take the memory. So if anybody wants to attack him, I mean, obviously you can, but I guess I wouldn't tell you as I'm like trying to modify his memory to not attack
Yeah.
him. But
And
like it's clearly like kind of working.
But it happens in your turn, and then
Yeah, but it's like 4 paragraphs.
George
Training
R.
time.
Martin.
No, you modify its memory. If it fails, you modify its memory. For the past like 5 minutes or something.
Oh, it's only the last 5 minutes?
No, it's like you can change its memories of the last 5 minutes. I think.
An event it experienced within the last 24 hours, and that
Oh.
lasted no longer than 10 minutes.
Okay, that's it.
So perhaps the talking and then the starting to journey here with them, but obviously, like, not exactly like the basic memory of meeting this thing, getting it to be like, yeah, you guys are good. I'm gonna.
Yeah, he'll be like, yeah, you must have
And then you
struck a
some
deal with the leader Rose. Yeah, and we took you here.
I think you got lost in the memory of the guy that you were taking a shape of. I know that happens sometimes.
Yeah, the leader Rose did say this could happen.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes sense.
So
Makes,
should
yeah.
we continue with him, guys? He's gonna take us to the
Do you-
roads.
guys need more guiding?
You just like pop out of like a shadow.
Sure.
But do we want to check out what he brought us here for first?
Yeah, it's a good idea. Show us.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. But wasn't I supposed to go home after I brought you?
Yeah, but you haven't finished bringing us.
Right. And it like turns back. It turns into one of those two-headed birds. Kind of walks in.
Is there two of them now, or just still one?
Still one.
Okay. Guys, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen, but I think we shouldn't fight these things.
If we don't need to fight them, I don't think we should.
Let's just see where he takes us, maybe.
Well, I mean, I meant towards like the crystal, right? That giant cobalt chunk.
Is that where he's headed?
Yeah.
Well, that's in the cave.
All right, shit.
Just follow after him.
We obviously know more about this than us.
He says that he's like, yeah, I really don't know why I'm taking you here. Maybe Leader Rose told me. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this way, guys. I think. And as you're getting closer to the crystal, a dim light is kind of pulsing off of it, and from both of your necklaces, Regraz and Pip. And that arrow made of roots kind of gets a little smaller, but starts to glow with that light, the same light emanating from the crystal. Because that's neat.
Can I? Oh, someone's like Pip's, rather, Orla's gonna speak up and be like, "So I'm sure the all knowledgeable Lord Rose told you exactly what these crystals are and what they do, right? He must know. He knows everything."
No, he said there's something important. He said there's something important. And that he needs to get all of them.
Right, then let's just collect this one.
And I go and this is like a huge crystal
Yeah, I
in
was
front
gonna
of
say, how big is this thing?
Massive. It's like a 2 meter crystal, like embedded into this cave.
6 feet.
Oh yeah, Grogratz just grabs it and then like starts to yank on it.
You start to yank on it, and as your like necklace kind of like jostles, it will like kind of come up and almost like reach out for the crystal, like floating in the air on water droplets. Um, do you, as you see this kind of happening as you're shaking it, do you want to try and like move out of the way to stop it connecting, or do you want to let it happen?
I think Regrets does the opposite. It's like, now that we followed these here, he like sees it floating up. He's like, smacks it right into the other crystal.
You smack it into the crystal, and the roots on Pip's necklace drop off, and water leaves your necklace and envelops the whole crystal. And as the water droplets kind of like fade away to the back, the crystal will open. And there's enough, and it's like kind of like a cavernous space inside the crystal, similar to what you've seen before, Regraz, when you were under the whispering tree.
I look back at the same Z.
We're supposed to collect this. It's hollow.
Why should you guys be showing me this? Why am I here? No, I've never seen one in person. I've wanted glory, I'll admit. I saw this new strong companion enter our camp, and I thought I could find glory out here as him.
And you deserve such glory. But remind us, because I'm sorry, I'm quite forgetful. What was the great Lord Rose's plan?
Well,
I want to make sure that I know it so I can properly execute it and help you.
he said once we get all these crystals, we can make a lot of capital and expand his empire, the Isle Rose.
Good plan.
And
Where
his
would this...
partner, Lipton, had a dastardly way of making things better, stronger, but he can't remember how.
Well,
Maybe this will help.
Can I just walk into the hollow space like I did the whispering tree?
Yeah, absolutely. And once you walk in, it's like a lot bigger than it looks on the outside. And a sense of like calm washes over you in there. And you feel like a connection to all of the wood.
I'll push the same Z in after him.
No, wait! I must return home!
And I just sort of like block his path.
Oh. It's like battered and beat up, so he kind of just like sits next to Regraz. At least it's nice in here.
why are we going in?
I think you say that Regraz is like already meditating in the middle. Do I feel my home wood if I'm connected to the woods?
You do not feel your home, but you feel another exhibition that's connected to this crystal. And you feel like a tremendous amount of water on the other side of this.
Oh, like it's a water exhibition?
Maybe.
Right, kind of like it's almost like when you go to the aquarium and you're watching the fish in the tank kind of feeling, right?
Yeah. just like basking in awe of this like immense amount of water that you wouldn't have a chance to interact with normally.
Interesting. All right. Well,
I think we found some sort of key point. There's a lot of magic and the elements here. Ibith, I think you're probably more suited to this, but I think this is what we're looking for. This is a way to interact with an area as a whole.
I'm gonna try and fit into the cave as a large bear.
Yeah, you squeeze in through the hole, and then once you're in there, it's like immensely larger than it does.
Okay, so it's like
Yeah,
squeeze.
yeah, yeah, but like a Winnie the Pooh moment where your
Yeah.
like ass is stuck for a second.
Yeah, and I'll just like step like on top of the same Z as I'm going in.
And in here, it feels very similar to how tree striding feels in the Ashlands, where you feel that like calm and you feel that like pathway and like connection through somewhere. And that's what this whole kind of chamber feels like. I think who's less? Is everybody in? Or are people deciding?
Orly hasn't walked in just because he's kind of do we need to go in? Like, what are we trying to go somewhere through it? Why he's still unsure as to why we need to go into it.
I don't know. Why not, really?
Mm.
What the fuck?
He's a bear.
It's like pawing at the ground.
Well, it's because Tom's currently at that camp, so I was like, go back and help him, or
I don't want to say no to a bear right now. Are you like angry, like? I'll go. Maybe you could stay, Orly. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to miss out on this. Whatever. This is. Oh God. I also want him to stop doing that.
I'm just gonna kind of like do like a little thing where I spin in place for a little bit, and then I kind of like lie down on the ground.
inside the
Bears
crystal.
totally do that.
Yeah,
it's
it's
huge in
huge.
here. It's huge in here.
Huge.
No, I know, but I'm saying like you're kind of like saying like you're trying to stay in spot in the crystal.
Oh yeah, you can't see the full thing. You just kind of like see the opening, and it's just like Pip spinning in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna plop down on the ground, and I would just like to do like an Arcana or nature check or something.
While you do that, I think I'm just going to the other two.
I think he wants to long rest in here. Everybody come in.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're sure it's safe, I guess Orly will walk in with the others. I guess.
You step in, and you feel that sense of calm wash over you, and that connection with the wood again, and even some fireflies kind of like pop up from your staff. And yeah, Pip, give me that Arcana.
Okay.
So your bear Arcana. Do you switch back? Can you do spells as a bear?
Well, I'm not doing spells. I'm just feeling the wood, you know.
Look, if I can feel the
that's an
wood
8?
too, I'll try.
With an 8, you're like this sense of calm within this tree is just like taking over you, and you just feel so relaxed. All that frustration and the want to find things about your master and this aggravation is kind of like dissipating as you kind of like connect and kind of mellow out. But you do feel energy pulsing from Regraz.
Okay. And
As you meditate.
just to clarify, does Regraz actually have the bracelet with the crystal, like Pip's bracelet, or
Yeah.
was it just like the combination?
No, he
It was the
has,
actual. Okay, good.
has his own necklace.
Okay. Yeah. So you just see I plop down and I get so comfortable that eventually I just kind of like roll over and my tongue's like hanging out, and I'm just gonna start resting.
Well, that's not as helpful as I was hoping for.
And then I think I'll try to do an Arcana check while everybody makes up their bed rolls, I guess.
Yeah, if I'm gonna connection to the wood, I'd like to try and see what the wood's trying to convey, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah, both of you guys give me a nature, Orly, and Arcana from Regraz.
Okay.
Hey, Varys, help me with this.
15.
15. Wasn't there like a silvery barbs that happened to at some point? Yeah, 15. With a 15, this place does feel extremely safe. And it feels very much like a pathway, like another road in the wood.
Okay.
Regraz, I'll help you and I'll give you a bardic.
Okay. I'm also going to cast guidance on myself.
Nice.
Well, better than what I had just rolled. So hold on. I don't want to say what it is because it might be good. What's your bardic?
D10.
Okay, D10. No, I rolled a 1. That's a 10 total.
Even with the D4 too?
With advantage, guidance, and bardic inspiration.
With a 10, the opening of the crystal combined with Pip's 8, the opening of the crystal is going to shut. And thick thunder clouds are going to fill the top of the cave. And rain is going to pour down on you guys hard. Wakes up the same as he, what's happening? No. And you realize that water in the cavern is rising.
Wait, but the cavern itself or the cavern that is the inside of the crystal?
The cavern that is inside of the crystal.
Oh God.
What'd you do?
The magic is too powerful. I think it's time to cast Lemon's tiny hut.
Wait, how does that work?
Yeah, what about does the water inside go into the hut? Are you safe?
Is the water magical?
The water is magical.
Then it will not go inside the hut.
So
The hut's just a sphere of force.
I'll say even if you want to do it together, you could do it even faster if you both want to burn up a spell. Go ahead.
Can I use dispel magic on the clouds?
Give me an Arcana roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need something real high, like a
22.
Oof. I can say with the 22, you're not able to stop it, but you are able to slow it down.
Right, so while it's slowed, I think with Varys, we're gonna do a combo spell, a combo Lemon's tiny hut.
And you guys combo hut. I'll say it takes half the time doing it together. And so you quickly put it up. There's like a little pool of water where you're standing as it fills up around. And I would say the whole hut is enveloped in water. And it's almost like you're in the middle of like an air pocket in the ocean almost. And under you, a big opening appears, almost like a mouth of the crystal, and it sucks you guys down, and you're almost in this like slipstream of water. And as you're coming to almost like a fork in the slipstream, you start heading towards the left one, but Orly, you feel a magic glow through your staff, and a barrier hits that left slipstream, and you move to the right. You're kind of feeling the effects of your counterspell kick in now.
Oh, okay.
And you get jostled around in the slipstream and breach out of the water in this like pocket and almost get like launched out onto a beach. And so you kind of like gather yourself and look around. You notice on this beach that there is almost like tons of what looks like shipwrecks, like big combinations of like splinters of wood and broken ships and masts and sails, almost like chained together to make almost looking like a beaver dam, sort of like same structure, going down across the beach as far as you can see.
It's like kind of like where Tom was last time.
My fur.
What time of day is it?
When you pop out here, it is evening.
I've never been flushed before.
It's my second time, and you don't really get used to it. At least this time we're dry. Also, I'm not going to dismiss the hut. I think we should just sleep here because as soon as we walk outside, we're going to get sand all in between our scales.
True. I don't like having sand between my scales.
Yeah, me neither.
Samesy, what's your name, by the way?
My name is Burman.
How you
Your
doing?
mom?
You feeling alright?
I'm shaking up. But is this our home? What is... He like stands up and looks at this vast amount of water that stretches out down these connecting rivers.
Do you recognize this space?
Never seen this place before. It's beautiful. And he like kneels down and like weeps.
Oh. Well, it's been a big day for everyone. Why don't we get some rest before we explore? No.
Yeah, and if you need anything, ask Orly.
Go to sleep.
And Orly, give me a little perception check as you guys are getting ready to sleep.
26.
26. You, as you're kind of getting ready, you feel a tingle. And your staff shakes a bit. And you can feel an immense amount of energy coming from the waters close by where you guys are camping.
I'll kind of like make my way out of the hut towards that area, I guess. Like, I just need to check something out. Kind of feel something over here.
I will say, when we made the hut, we had to designate what creatures were able to pass through the walls of the hut during the creation of the spell, and I did not designate uh, your mom, Burmom,
Their mom.
Burmom. So Burmom's stuck in this hut until we dismiss it.
You see him, he's like pressed up against the hut. He's like, I've never seen the ocean or river. What is that?
Just to say he can't follow Orly.
Orly, you go off into the edge of the water. And as the pools are lapping,
Hello?
a piece of driftwood washes up and bumps you.
Hello? My name's Orly. Are you what I was sensing earlier? And kind of like crouch down like beside it, lay a hand on it, see if it's giving off like the same kind of feeling as the staff.
And it is. You flip it over and inspect it, and you see a piece of basically like an orange castle with faded blue paint behind it.
And having heard Tom speak of the insignia a bunch, do I recognize it?
You do, and a flash kind of hits you, and you remember washing up on this shore with Tom and his band when you first entered the forest. And you can almost feel like that ship is still here.
Somewhere along the large beaver dam of combined ships. All right. How big is this piece of driftwood? Is it possible to kind of just like merge it with my staff?
I'd say it's like the size of plank. Yeah.
But I'm still feeling this like kind of like forest energy come from it.
Yeah, almost like a intense like energy / deja vu, like this weird feeling that you're getting from this piece. But it does feel like it's being amplified by your connection to the wood.
Can I kind of? Oh wait, no, but I'm gonna kind of bring it with me back to the others. I think this was part of a ship that brought, I think, me and Tom here. Feels like it's one of these ships, maybe. But Pip, when you're back to Pip form, can you like merge it with my staff or something? You know, like take the wood and just put it together. Yeah, no rush. Just when you can.
And you guys set up camp for your long rest. And I think there we'll end the sesh tonight, having discovered a few answers to the mysteries and maybe a few more questions per the usual, and having dealt with the same Z problem quite swiftly. I think we will rest our weary heads and gather that information for the next day, and perhaps go on a little bit of a ship treasure hunt. Yeah. So how does everyone feel? That's our sesh tonight. Yeah.
Paranoid of everyone.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Was I need, I'm sure I don't need to say, but I feel like no one was expecting that.
I absolutely was a bit that it would be funny, and then was, oh no.
Unfortunately,
At least he
I
didn't
have
have the number of hit points as Tom.
Yeah,
The same thing.
that's true.
Once you transform, they're pretty soft.
We have a new brainwashed friend. So
Just hope you don't lead him to his death. Sorry, Sheems, what were you gonna say before?
no thing. As soon as we heard, because I was like already getting the idea that like Lord Avenir Rose there was like it was a bit too well timed. I was like, there's no way that this Lord Avenir Rose just like shows up randomly like this. Something's up. And like we meet samesies, and samesies take on like the shapes of powerful figures, and I was like, oh no. And then Tom shows up afterwards, like abandoning Lord Rose that he was so willing to abandon, to like just leave us so like suddenly for. I was like, no. Something's happening here.
I didn't think it was gonna be that. I thought it was gonna be riding Schmoopsy that gave it away. Because he didn't have Schmoopsy with him this whole time.
Honestly, I just assumed that he always has Schmoopsy, so like, like oh, he just it wasn't mentioned, but he just has Schmoopsy. Like for me, it was just he just had him with.
Yeah, you guys handled that well. It makes me excited for the next Tuesday that I'm back. I think Brent, are you DMing the following Tuesday?
yes, sir. So we'll go back to the crumbling world and a bunch of experimental creatures next Tuesday.
So we go from a world of growth to a world of a world toward asunder. Almost lost it there. And Thursday, our regular scheduled Champs Challenge, where I'm primed, so excited to see how we'll get out of this sticky wicket. So
You get to play Mr. Lipton.
I love playing Mr. Lipton. Unrelated, no relation. Yes.
Of course.
And with that, we are the Hexagon TTRPG. You can find us on Twitch, YouTube, X, Instagram, all the good places. Here every Tuesday, Thursday at 7:30 until 10. So drop on by, shoot the shit, tell us your D&D ideas, tell us we're terrible, whatever you need to get you through your day. And thank you. I'll bid you adieu. And you're trash, okay? Get me out of here, please. Do it.